So, welcome back again to the continuation of our part 2 video of what we had done actually yesterday. Yesterday I did a video telling you why I am single, how I ended up being a single mother, and also just taking you through a journey of how I also became a foster mother. And I remember I mentioned to you that actually being as foster mother is not something that I had planned for. I had not planned for it at all, at all. It just happened by God's design. And I'll be taking you through the journey of how it happened, from where did I get these babies, how did it start, how has it been for me, especially doing it alone and having been a mother who has raised just one child for 14 years. I only had experience to raise up one child, but now here I am with other 3 foster daughters that God gave to my care to take care of, and I'm happy. So we pick it up from where we left it without much ado, and we left it at a point where by now my marriage has ended, and definitely now the marriage certificate that I had by circumstances, it's not valid, and our marriage was not entered into government data, so it was nowhere to be traced. And I count it a blessing, because now after we divorced, that means I didn't have to have the court battles of going up and down to get the divorce papers. And I feel free, I feel liberated, I feel good about it, and I feel at peace about it. I'm happy God allowed it to happen like that. And so, moving out from that marriage now to starting my journey as a single mother, that was the toughest and the hardest thing that ever happened to me. Because remember, you've been married for 7 years, you don't have any know-how or any experience on how to raise up a child alone. By that time, I was not even employed. So I had so many fears and so many insecurities of life after uh, marriage broke. How do I handle life? And some of the fears that were running through my mind were like, how will I be paying rent? I have not known how to pay rent. He was paying rent. How will I be buying food for ourselves? You know, every morning, like any other stay home mom, I would just wake up and say, please give me money for food today. Please, I don't have this. I need to go for shopping. I need to buy this. I didn't have a job. I was looking for a job, but I had not gotten one. And here, I'm faced with a situation whereby I'm supposed now to face life and quit this marriage. It's at a point whereby I can't take it anymore. I definitely have to quit the marriage and start off a brand new life. And I'm not alone. I have a small baby. My girl was a small baby. So it was tough and hard. And that's why I always say I understand that woman who is staying in that marriage, because they are fearing what would happen after that. How will I handle life? How will I handle kids? Because I always think, if me I only had one child and I had all these fears, I don't know how I will take this girl to school, I don't know how she will eat, I don't know how we shall pay our house rent, and many other fears as a mother. How much more of somebody who has got maybe 2, 3, or 4 or 5 kids, or even more. I can imagine your fears, but then I just encourage you, even as much as I understand your fears, never allow yourself to be in a domestic violent home, in a toxic marriage, where you can lose your life anytime, where anything bad can happen at any minute. Please, you better go and struggle with those kids for a short while and be safe than being sorry later. But I always say it, I'm saying this with an understanding of marriage is sweet. Marriage is good. Myself, I'm looking forward to giving it another chance, to give marriage another chance, you know. So marriage is sweet. I'm not telling people to quit their marriages. If you're only having the normal quarrels, the normal fights that couples have, that you can work out, stick to your marriage. But if it is violent, if it's toxic, if it's something that is actually throwing you into depression, that is even causing you to become suicidal, you need to think about your life and give it a priority. So for me, it was not a walk in the park to quit marriage. Remember, in the first place, I really, really treasured that marriage. I really valued that marriage. I fought for it. You know, I fought for my marriage until people would ask me, Gladys, what is it in this marriage that is making you not even see your life, see the dangers in it? What is it? You know, but I was like, no, I want to fight for it one more time. I want to fight for it one more time. And I thank God that I gave myself those many chances to keep fighting for that marriage. Because even when now everything went down the drain, one consolation I had in my heart was I fought for it. I gave my all. I was patient enough. I stood the test of time. I tried each and everything to make it work, but still it didn't. You know, I felt that I have actually given it my all. And it's so good because when you quit and you're out there, something tells you maybe you could have tried this, maybe you should have done things like this, and then you're left with a lot of guilt feeling, maybe if I did this or gave it another chance, I would have survived my marriage. So for me, when I quit, I was having that sense of satisfaction that I gave it my all. I gave it my all to a point where I would have lost my own life. And so I said, let it settle, let it rest, let it be. It was not meant to be. And I started off my life. It was not easy, jobless. And now this time round, I had to do any kind of job that came around without choosing, without minding. For as long as it is something moral and something right to do, and it's a job to do, I gave it a chance. And I remember that time I actually got employed to promote products in the supermarket, in the stores. You know, I would be paid to promote products like yogurts, shoe polish, you know, those kind of products, juices, anything that came new in the market and they needed it promoted in the supermarkets, I would be there wearing those t-shirts you see those ladies wearing, branded, and talking to clients as they pass, doing their shopping, you know, just being a humble lady. Hi, we have this new product, would you mind to try it out, it is on offer, and just the way those ladies do it. God blessed me, and actually that promotion job was really so hard, came in so handy for me, because at that time now I got money to pay house rent for me and my baby, buy food for us, take care of her school, and such small things. And it kept us afloat. It was not much, we were not living life like we would have wanted, but I had to I had to scale down my living standards. And that's something that I would really want to mention to many of the women, that when it comes to that time where you have to be on your own, learn the art of scaling down. If you're blessed, you are working and you have your own money, you might even live better, or maybe maintain the status quo of how life was when you were married. But if that is not the case, please don't hesitate to scale it down for some time. Because I remember I went to a smaller house. I really cut down on so many things and did life within the means that I could afford at that time. So my journey as a single mother wasn't very easy. But then one thing that I realized is that day by day, I was enjoying a lot of peace, which I really lacked in the marriage. And that was like everything for me. Like I would go home to a very peaceful home, to somewhere I'm not getting all the chaos and everything. It's also peaceful. I cook, I eat, I sleep peacefully. To me, that meant everything for me. So that's basically my journey as a single mother, and that's how I began my life as a single mother, just like that, with a lot of disappointment, with a lot of disbelief, because I was feeling, I never even a single day dreamt of my marriage coming to an end. And now it's here, it has crumbled down, it has all gone to the drain. It was hard for me to come into terms with that, and I really lived in denial for quite some time. I really hated to hear somebody call me a single mother, leave alone now joining the community of single motherhood. Oh my God, that's a community nobody wants to belong to, and I wouldn't pray for anybody to belong to unless circumstances force you, or unless there are people who are single mothers by choice. But if you're passionate about having a marriage and staying in marriage, I wouldn't really wish for anything to make you a single mother, because it comes with a lot of stigmatization. It comes with a lot of hatred from the community, negativity from the community. When you are a single mother and you dress up like I've dressed up, you are branded that now you want to look smart to steal our husband, to snatch away our husband. When you're seen with somebody's husband, even if you're just saying hello, even if you're discussing business, they're like, now that's a home breaker, now that one wants to steal somebody's husband. It comes with a lot of stigmatization, it comes with a lot of humiliation, it comes with a lot of negativity from the community, and I don't know why. Your kids go through so much as a single mother. Even when they're in school, they may face some some isolation of some kind, and they're treated in some way because they are single mother parents, single mother kids. And anytime there's a mistake happening between a single mother child and a child who comes from a family that has got both mother and father, the weight lies more on the single mother's child, because they are mannerless, quote unquote. According to the communities and the society, single mother parents are mannerless, because single mothers are not able to bring up their kids with proper manners like those with father and mother. So there's a lot of stigmatization, and I think that's why we are even having so many women dying in marriages, or getting damaged or harmed in those marriages, because not many are courageous enough or strong enough to move out of that marriage and face the stigmatization that is out here for the single mothers. And I think the society now should start looking it a little bit different, because now we are coming up with a breed of single mothers who have a lot of self-awareness, are more sober, are more focused, are more able to raise those kids better than they would have done even in that marriage, give those kids everything they needed, more than they would have gotten in that marriage, have a peaceful home for that child than what they were experiencing, the dramas they were seeing in that marriage. Because I remember my baby was so small at that time. She had just joined her primary school. I think she was in class 2. She was probably in class 2 there. And I remember the teacher calling me in school because my daughter was not going to play with other kids. My daughter would just remain in the class when it is break time to go and to go and have a break and play with others. She would remain in class. She would be so isolated. She would be so withdrawn. And even when the teacher is in class teaching and interacting with other kids, and the kids in class 1, 2, 3, they are very playful, very active, very energetic and all that. But the teacher noticed that my daughter is always staying so isolated, staying so absent-minded, and always with her head bent like this, and looking like her thoughts are very far away. And so the teacher, because teachers actually have done child psychology, most of the teachers have done child psychology, the teacher would tell it's not okay with this child. And so the teacher actually sent for me to come and have a meeting with her, because that baby was not okay. And I remember the teacher now telling me, Mama Abigail, please tell me what's happening, because your baby is not okay. She's not playing with like others. She's not talking like others. She's not active like others. She prefers staying with the drone. Remember, as I was facing the disappointment of the marriage falling off, also this baby is also facing the frustration, because every baby wants to grow with their father and mother. So by this time, when the teacher was calling me in school, because the teacher has noticed some abnormality with my baby, and had noticed that my baby is psychologically disturbed, I had not actually stepped out of the marriage, but I was actually now at the verge of exiting it. I was really, really determined. This is not doing me good. It's not also doing my daughter good. We need to quit. So things were thick. Things were so thick at that time. And so when things are very thick, it's not only affecting you and this man, it's also affecting your child or your children. We didn't know that. We thought maybe it's only us feeling the backlash of all this, but it was actually affecting our child, until the teacher called me in school. And when the teacher called me in school, I cried to see that it is actually affecting my baby, to come to a realization that I thought my baby is so small to understand what's happening between me and the father, but the child is really psychologically disturbed. And so at that moment, I just became vulnerable with the teacher. I opened up to the teacher, and I told the teacher, yeah, things are not very okay. It's not very okay at home. This and this is happening. There are always chaos, because it used to be so bad to a point. In the evening, we've already cooked dinner, and maybe we've taken our dinner. We are waiting for the father to come back home. The minute we hear him put the lock on the gate, we are like, yes, come. There he is. Now he's back home. And I remember at that time, my daughter and my house manager would run to their bedroom. They don't want to be caught in the sitting room. So they just disappear and leave me there. Remember, me can't disappear, because I have to be there to give him dinner and serve him and all that. And again, we are still together in the bedroom, so there's nowhere I can disappear to. But my daughter and my house manager would literally disappear, because they knew, ooh, now chaos have come in. Now quarrels have come in. Now banging and shouting and all that has come in, And his coming back home in the evening was associated with a lot of fear, with a lot of, we were all scared for that time that he would come back home in the evening. And all this was taking a toll on my baby without knowing. I remember there are many times my daughter would come to the bedroom, and remember, she's a tiny baby of class 2 there. My daughter would come to the bedroom and find me crying, sobbing on the pillow, and she would really feel so disturbed. She would even try to wipe away my tears. She's a baby, so all she could say was, Mami pole, Mami pole, Mami pole, that is, Mami sorry, Mami sorry, Mami sorry. Because she's a baby. She doesn't know any better. She doesn't know how to comfort her mother well. And then she would wipe my tears and cover me with the blanket and just go. But all these are things that were making her not okay, because she would feel Mommy is not okay. And when Daddy is in the house, we are not happy. We are not happy. We are not excited about being all of us together. So it wasn't smooth. It wasn't okay. I was actually, I was in bad shape. I was in bad shape, both psychologically, emotionally, physically. I was not going anywhere. I was not going anywhere. I would just stay in that house. I would stay in that bedroom and cry. I didn't want to change clothes. I didn't want to comb my hair. I was believing that I'm the most ugliest woman here on earth. And it was not. It was really bad. It was not okay. it was not okay. And that's why I say the peace I enjoy today as a single mother cannot be traded for anything. The happiness I feel today as a single mother, despite the struggles of raising up the child alone, cannot be traded for anything. Yes, I loved my marriage. Yes, I wouldn't have wished it to end, but now I am more peaceful, I am more happy, I'm more contented, I am more focused. I know what I want in life. I feel safe and I feel secure. But remember, I started by telling you marriage is good and marriage is sweet, especially when you're with someone that's right for you and somebody that loves you. Marriage can be so sweet. And I told you I'm also looking forward now to giving marriage a second chance, because I believe with the right partner you can really have a blissful, very good marriage and build up a very healthy home for you and for your children. But if it is life threatening like it was for me, if it is draining, if it is leading you to the grave, you don't need to hold it there. You need to do something about it, because your life is more precious and you come number one. And so I'm going to end part 2 there. I'm gonna come with part 3 now. And because now we are done with me becoming a single mother, my struggles as a single mother, I will now come and start the story of how did I become a foster mother? Where did I meet these kids? From where? What were they doing? What was the reason for them being rescued? Why did they need to be rescued? What was happening with them? Why are they not with somebody else but with me? Why are they not in a children's home but in my home? Why are they my foster daughters? Why are they not having any relative coming to claim them? I'll answer all those questions. And maybe if there's any other question that I have not thought of and you'd like to ask, you can ask on this part 2, so that on part 3 I will address it. I love you so much and I can't wait to interact with you in my next video. Please, on our YouTube channel, that is Touching Lives Through Love, make sure that you comment, share, and give our video a thumbs up. Anytime you give our video a thumbs up, it tells YouTube that this is good content that needs to be recommended to many more other people to watch it. So give our video a thumbs up, subscribe, comment. I love reading your comments and I will surely go through them and reply. And also subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe so that you could be supporting me to bring you more of these good quality empowering videos. And don't forget to hit the notification bell, because that is where you get notified every time that we upload a new video. I love you so much, and keep it here at Touching Lives Through Love. And I can't wait to interact with you in my next video. Love you. Mwah.